Okay, today we're looking at what I've called soft power, and we start with a song that I've slightly modified. I love you, Lord, my strength. I love you, Lord, my shield. I love you, Lord, my rock, forever all my days. I love you. Okay, we're looking at soft power. And then we'll go on to talk about soft skills. If you look at a number of countries, they've invested a lot in soft power. One of the ways in which this will manifest, of course, is development assistance, funding of various projects in other countries, so that people have very good perceptions about them in those countries where they are funding those projects or giving those kinds of development assistance. And then, of course, if you look at investment in the media, you have VOA, you have China Global Television, you have the BBC. A lot of the times they give the perspective of these various countries, and that way they're able to influence perception. So this is basically soft power. That's why you see, for instance, people believe that the US can intervene in various parts of the world, because they feel the US is supposed to be the policeman of the world, even though the United Nations is actually there. So you can see the kind of influence that soft power actually has. And then, of course, when it comes to soft skills, people expect you to be able to demonstrate these skills in the work environment. You can have the technical skills that help you to accomplish tasks, but soft skills is what helps you get along with your colleagues in the work environment. So those skills are actually also in demand. You need to have those kinds of interpersonal skills, communication skills, so that you're able to get a lot of tasks done. But where we're actually going is, particularly in homes and marriages, even though women are regarded as the weaker vessel, you find that in First Peter chapter 3, verse 7. But we know that in the work environment, in the home environment, women wield a lot of power. For instance, career choice of children. You, know, uh, you look at issues of, even if you want to buy a home or invest in a mortgage, those kinds of very weighty issues, women, uh, take a leading role, and they're actually able to. So if they can take the right decision, it helps the family. And that's why you see some men jokingly say that they are more interested in the more serious issues like international affairs, whether their country should be part of the African Free Trade Agreement, whether they support the Israelis or the Palestinians, and so on and so forth. And you see this actually manifest in scripture. Even though Sarah was the one that encouraged the husband to have a child with Agar, which is actually Ishmael. Eventually, when her own child came, which is Isaac, which is actually the child of promise, she was not happy with what was going on in their home. And she counseled the husband, and she got support from God. That's why God told Abraham, whatever Sarah said to you, listen to her voice. You know. And then you see another account in First Samuel 25, verse 25, of a man that was not listening to the wife. And it came to a very tragic end. First Samuel 25:25. Please let not my Lord regard this scoundrel Nabal. For as his name is, so is Nabal. Nabal is his name, and Paul is with him. But I, your maidservant, did not see the young man of my Lord whom you sent. So Abigail was just telling David that if I was aware of what was happening, I would have intervened, given you all the sustenance that you required, because my husband is just like that. So if she was there, she would have used that soft skill, and Nabal would not have gotten into the tragic end because God slew him because of his attitude and his behavior. So what is required here is women wield this power, and for you to be sure that they're going to wield the power correctly, it's better for the woman to be a godly woman. Because if you have someone that is not godly, then they're likely to take those kinds of decisions that will end tragically for the family. Rather, let it be the hidden person of the heart, incorruptible beauty of a gentle and quiet spirit, which is very precious in the sight of God. So this is the kind of thing that is expected. If the wife is godly, at the end of the day, the family benefits and the husband benefits.